Land Run 2024 with better stream quality because we'll know what we're doing.
Yes.
I'm going to switch over to the table cam now.
All right.
Because we have players who've drawn, looks like they're resolving mulligans.
Okay, I see is that black or red, it looks like.
Yep. So, I registered the event but couldn't make it. Sad times. Anyone at the tournament registered Doomsday.
Doomsday is a great choice.
Let's actually look. We have access to the deck lists. So I'm not. We have a Demir Ninjas player. Looks like a lot of Death Shadows. We have a couple 8-cast players. Yeah, I don't see any Doomsday. I'm sure it's here, but there are a few players who didn't register their deck in Melee and decided to bring paper deck lists. Okay, so we have table 12.
Okay.
Table 12 is Cody Hope with no deck list submitted, and Curtis Z-Man on lands. So we got player 2 over here, and that's going to be Curtis Z-Man, and we're going to have to figure out the other ones ourselves.
Okay. Maybe Land's Mirror?
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Or they sat on the other side of the table.
They could have sat on the other side of the table. Let's see.
Bloodstained Mire, traditionally not a lands card.
That is correct. It may be Reanimate.
All right, so let's go ahead and move that to player 1 here. And it is not a Curtis Z-Man mirror. All right, so who was playing Curtis?
It looks like Goblins, actually.
Cody Hope.
I think I just saw a War Chief.
All right, so let's go ahead and operate under the assumption that it is Goblins. Raymond going to be losing it in the chat here. 2 rounds of Goblins back to back. Are we a Goblin stream now? I think we might be a Goblin stream.
It is Black-Red Goblins.
Okay, I still have those backwards. It didn't take there. So copy that. There we go.
Is that Crater Maker?
That is indeed Goblin Crater Maker.
Okay.
All right, so now we have the deck list up. I'm going to change the round because we are on round 3. That is not correct.
Already with a Blast Zone on the 1, 2 for Goblins. That is...
Yeah. I mean, it's
fortunate.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, it's not backbreaking. I mean, there's just a lot of 1-drop Goblins.
Yeah.
And you can always put it on 2 as well, which would...
You know the funny thing about Goblins, though? You never run out of Goblins.
They're always coming. Step
1, find a cousin. Step 2, put cousin in cannon. Step 3, find another cousin.
That's right. What card is that from?
Fodder Cannon.
Yes, okay. I know I recognized it very much because it's a very good flavor text.
Expedition map for the Dark Depths here. We're going to be seeing a Merit Lage soon enough. Lage or Lodge? I call it Lage.
I call it Lage as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Thraben U's big fan of Merit Lodge. It just doesn't sound right to me.
It does not. I mean, it sounds like you're going, to Colorado, in the going to the lodge.
Yeah. I always think of like lozenge, like a merit lozenge.
Yes, that should be what it is called now.
Hey, that's another bingo square. That is a card from another card game used as a token.
Yeah.
You know, when I made these this morning at 6:30 a.m., there were a lot of these that I'm like, I don't think we're ever going to get that one. Lord of the Rings card used on stream. That was not one I was expecting, but we are. And Pithing Needle, naming what? I mean, probably Crater Maker because it's just the thing that's on board.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't know what else it could be. Oh, yeah, okay, they're already going to scoop it up. I mean, the only other thing could be like Sharpshooter or something that would stop the combo of sacking. I don't even think sharpshooter's used in goblins anymore, to be honest.
No,
I have not looked at a goblin list in I can't tell you how long, and now I've seen 2 in a row. So that's pretty impressive.
Curtis on lands takes the first game.
Lands is always a strong choice, especially now that initiative is not as strong of a deck.
Yeah,
lands definitely had trailed off a lot when initiative was a deck because they just didn't have enough threats.
I was talking to a particular initiative player. I'm not going to name them here because that's what they're playing.
Yep.
But they feel like and even you feel like the deck's still pretty strong.
I do.
Losing White Plume definitely hurt a little bit. I like the inclusion of red. I know this particular player's including some Lord of the Rings cards.
Okay.
One that particularly, it's I don't want to give away his tech, but
is he playing in the Legacy one?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But let me pull it up on my phone here, and
I've seen the Lord of the Rings one, and I know it's going to be very strong for the vintage side of it.
It's probably the same one. This one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't want to have this. So it's Boromir. It's 3/3 with Vigilance for 3, so it already passes the vanilla test. It's really strong.
Yes.
Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter it. So it's got like it counters forcible, like it beats forcible on its own, but it also just shuts down a cast.
Yes.
And then you can sacrifice it to give all your creatures indestructible until end of turn, and the ring tempts you. So we could have the initiative. If we got Palace Jailer, we could have the Monarch, and we could have the ring token. Oh,
yes.
Just get some attractions in there. Get me some sticker sheets, and we can just have all the outside game elements and drive the classic Magic players wild because they hate when you put peanut butter in their chocolate.
Oh yeah. I am not a fan of the ring tempting.
I don't think it's strong enough to see much play.
Yeah, which I'm glad because I don't think it needs to be one of those mechanics that really defines a format, whatever format it might be. But
yeah,
I do think that guy will definitely see a lot of play in vintage. He's very strong. The fact that it shuts down all the power cards, your Burrow Citadels, you can't.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
And of course, it's one-sided.
Yes.
So you can still cast your Black Lotuses and your Moxen.
Mm-hmm.
So we see this guy like turn 1 off a Black Lotus.
Yep. I think it gives vintage initiative even more strength than it already had.
And notably, I believe it is a soldier. So that is not a party member, though, right?
No, I don't believe it is.
I think it's warrior.
Yes, it's warrior and.
So we're not going to see the bonus from White Plume Adventure. So what do we have on the board there? Is that a sideboard guide, maybe? Seems kind of weird to expose that to your opponent.
Yeah. This is what I'm bringing in. It may just be. Maybe it's stickers.
Planeswalker tokens. Oh yeah, the emblems. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Just throw off like a random Elspeth Tyrell emblem. Just make your opponent think all your creatures are going to get indestructible.
Oh yeah. I feel like with all the abilities to give, emblems and different things like that, there needs to be a way to take those away in the game.
So Mark Rosewater has talked about it, and originally he wasn't keen on doing some kind of emblem getting rid of thing, but you know what? I kind of agree. I think we need to get because right now there's 2 ways to get rid of an emblem.
Yeah.
There's conceding the game. And there's restarting the game with Karn.
Yes.
Those are the 2 ways to get rid of them. But people have wanted ways to get rid of emblems. People want more ways to get rid of poison counters besides just the Homelands card leeches, and that's a bad card.
Yeah.
If you're playing leeches in your commander deck or even in your 60 card deck, stop. It's just not good. Okay, so this is green-red goblins.
Yeah. Oh,
so
and he had a Badlands as well.
So this might be Food Chain Goblins.
This very well could be Food Chain Goblins. I did see a Magus in his hand, so he got one of his sideboard cards.
That's going to be real good here. And, Adam was asking about Food Chain Goblins. We might get to see it.
Yeah.
I could click on the deck list, probably make for better content, but I like to be surprised as much as the opponents.
Of course. And it looks like we got a...
Loam.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we got man. Black Border Duels was a really good call out on the old bingo card. There's
Yeah.
there's been a lot of those on camera.
That looks like a foreign black border though.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
That's my preferred one. Again,
I do like the foreign black border. I think that the little words on those are a lot cleaner than the old text from the unlimited and betas.
yeah. If I have even a foreign white border, if I have to go with those, I like those because the inking is darker, the art's more vibrant. Also,
You can always go summer.
Were duels in summer?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me just put a mortgage on the house that I don't own.
Yes.
If anyone's interested in buying a full set of unlimited power, sounds like I'm going to be buying some summer duels for a deck I don't even play. I play 8-cast. There are no reserve list cards.
Yes.
I'll be splashing black for Orcish Bowmaster.
Yes. Now, you don't play City Traders in your 8-cast?
No. We already play so many disappearing lands. We don't between Urza's Saga and we just don't want another disappearing colorless land. No, it's 4 Ancient Tomb, 4 Seed of the Synod, 2 Islands, 2 Ottawaras. Some people play 1 Island and 1 Spire of Industry, and then 4 Urza Sagas.
Okay.
16 lands. You've got 4 Lotus Petals, 4 Mox Opals. So
Yes.
I love the die or the counter that we're using on the Ether Vial, by the way. Nice and vibrant, easy to see on stream.
Yes, that's a good one.
I like the casino dice a lot too, but I know
Ed had some trouble in his cube with that. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah.
But the corners do damage cards if you roll them a little too hard.
Yeah, it was actually a damaged Taiga, which
It was a beta.
which we have 2 of them on stream.
Yes.
Was it a beta? I thought it was an unlimited or a revised or
It
unlimited.
was a beta. Yes.
Did you play in his cube draft, by the way? The $500 entry.
I did not play in the $500 one. I have played in some of them, but just not that one.
For those that don't know, Ed held a cube draft the other day. It was a $500 entry, but first prize got a beta Mox Jet.
Correct.
And I see we crop rotated for a Tabernacle, which is going to be pretty good against Goblins.
Yes. We should see hopefully next turn Magus though, which will
Yeah.
it'll be good, but he also has the Mox, so he will still have access to his green.
Yeah. What do you think we're running? So, first off, that's a beautiful Italian Tabernacle. You can tell it's Italian because the darker ink.
Yes.
What do you think we're playing in lands to remove Magus? Because Magus is a well-known card. It's not like it's some kind of secret tech. I know Punishing Fire is kind of dead in lands.
Yeah, he was playing the Grove of the Burn Willows, so he definitely has that option of doing the Punishing Fire.
Okay.
It looks like he has a Grove in his hand. Yeah. I think that's probably his only option. That's one of the reasons to run Magus over the Blood Moons, because a lot of people run the ways to deal with enchantments and artifacts instead of the creatures. They'll a lot of times sub those out because you already have so many creatures.
Interesting to note, not aggro dredging loam like we see lands do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just electing to draw. Looks like he drew a second copy of Dark Depths.
Looks like his hand is mostly lands at the moment.
Yavimai allowing that Tabernacle to tap 4 mana. Just hard cast Force of Vigor.
Hard cast Force of Vigor. Wow. Just
Okay.
targeting that
Yeah.
file. It's pretty impressive.
That is a legal Magic play you can make. I mean, I guess if you're worried, because this is going to shut down if Cody doesn't have another land, he's not going to be able to drop that Magus.
He already has 3. He already has the 3 for Magus.
Yeah, but he has to play for Tabernacle.
Well, no, because it'll.
He has to pay during the upkeep before he could drop the Magus, and so he needs a 4th land here.
Or he can sack his guy.
Yeah, and to get some card.
Loses a tempo though. I think that he's trying to make the decision right now.
Sorry for getting a little quiet here.
He is.
My co-host is asking me what food I want.
There we go.
I'm hungry, so.
Yes, please. Yeah, it looks like he does sack that the Goblin. He's probably going to go for the Magus, yeah, which is definitely the right play here. Shuts off all of his cards except for the Mox. Gives him A lot of mountains. He's seeing red right now.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
And his hand is it's 100% lands.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very difficult for him.
Now, if he ever gets rid of this Magus, that's just going to be a Merit Leech right then and there.
Yes, it will. That actually is I've seen that as a deck.
I remember that. There was like the Stronghold Gambit. You sacrifice a permanent you control.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, they ran Blood Moons and just had ways to deal with their own. Yeah. This is pretty one-sided right now. Goblins is just trying to get it through as quick as they can before he finds an answer for his Magus.
Yeah. Also interesting to note, and I like this. In the event that we are able to get rid of the Magus and automatically trigger Blood Moon, or automatically trigger Dark Depths, we have the Crocus in play.
Yes.
So
he does have that backup.
Yeah. But in the meantime, I think we're just going on the beat down here. I mean,
yeah, just swinging away.
Yeah.
Looks like we'll see another game 3 today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. We just got. Is that another random card game card as a token?
I can't tell what that is, but it may be.
Might just be like a sleeve.
Yeah. Oh no, it's an orc of some sort. Maybe a goblin.
Oh, I bet that's one of like the artists' tokens that they make it. I love buying those at Grand Prix.
Yes, those are really
I miss
good.
Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah.
Magic cons just aren't the same. Cost you money to get in. What do we got?
Drew them too. He is all lands in hand right now. He does not need to bring any lands back.
No.
To the graveyard. He needs to draw something. Guess.
Yeah, Punishing Fire. I mean, Punishing Fire doesn't even really do it here unless you can do it like end of turn when Cody's tapped out, so he doesn't have the Caracas protection.
Yeah. Now he'd be able to clear a lot of the board though, because he can float a lot of red. Yeah, just go.
Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this. This is a pretty old throwback here. Do you remember when the deck was called 42 Lands because you literally played 42 lands?
I do. When I played against that, I actually had I believe it's called Telmarin's Performance, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah. They mill until they hit a non-land card.
Yes. Or no, until they hit a creature. And then you can play that or something. And they didn't play creatures, so just milled their entire deck out. And it was 2 blue, 3 colorless.
What were you playing at that time that you could afford to play a 5-mana spell in Legacy?
It was Urza. I was playing Urza deck.
Ah, Urza. Yeah. Man, near and dear to my heart. Greatest villain in the Magic history. Isn't that a trash match? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Miracles ran it too, I guess.
Okay.
It was a fun card. It was like a 1 or 2 of tops, but it definitely was hit that stalemate, and you can just definitely break it open.
Yeah. See, I played against a fair share of Miracles, but no one would ever brought that in against me, so I never saw it. Because Death and Taxes, you're going to hit a creature. It's going to be a tiny, weeny creature that you didn't want anyway.
Yes.
All right, so players trying to figure out how to reset the old life iPad there.
Oh, yep, just tap it all the way up.
That's how I do it.
That works too. One of my favorite cards right now is actually Inevitable Betrayal, out of the sideboard for Modern. I've seen it in Legacy too, when they're playing Rhinos.
Yeah.
That you cascade into it against Reanimate's decks or Miracle. No, what is that? The red spell.
Oh, Glimpse Tomorrow?
Nope. The one that puts cards into play.
Yeah.
The deck.
Yeah. Glimpse Tomorrow, like because that's the one that's like, it's like Warp World but one-sided.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Glimpse of Tomorrow, I think.
Yes, Glimpse Tomorrow, but the. Indomitable Creativity. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. You were talking about Cascade cards,
yeah.
So I was sitting there
because
there was that Glimpse deck that existed for like 8 seconds.
Yeah, you bring it in against Indomitable. And,
those were sticker sheets.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I was definitely blanking on Indomitable Creativity for some reason. But, yeah, you always bring that in, and it's definitely, you hit their Archon or Crystal Brands and stuff.
I love the tech going on in Modern right now, playing an Orvar on the sideboard to beat Archon.
That's pretty good.
Just, okay, I discard a card, I'll discard Orvar. I'll make a copy of your Archon. Now I have an Archon. And you have to sack yours. Just so good. I don't play much Modern anymore. I have Esper Goryo's Vengeance built.
Okay.
With Atraxa when she was like the new hot thing. Mm-hmm. But
she's lost a little bit of luster.
Yeah,
but she's still good.
Definitely not the $45 card she was originally.
Yes, which is good because she didn't need to be that high.
No, but I do like that she's still seeing play across multiple formats. I don't know if she sees play in Pioneer.
I haven't seen any, but I'm not very. I don't follow Pioneer that much.
I don't either. I have a Pioneer deck. I played in 2 local tournaments, and then the Pioneer scene kind of died, and it wasn't worth the 30-minute drive to go up there and play anymore. So I just started staying home on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, it'll probably come back around again once the seasons change for.
Yeah. I just mostly stick to Legacy, Commander.
Double locks.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay, that's kind of how you want to start this,
that's
right?
A very good start for
those Moxen were basically free.
Yes. Yeah, and they can still play land.
Yeah. I mean, I know Moxen are always free, but like.
Yeah.
Okay, electing for the Wooded Foothills here, and it looks like we have Force of Vigor, Maze of Ith, and Thespian Stage. Or is that another loam?
That looks like a loam.
Okay. There's a Goblin Lackey, Secret Lair. I believe his name is Baby.
Baby.
So, interesting note in the Secret Lair, they named all those goblins.
Oh, okay.
So in this one, Danger was supposed to be babysitting. Danger, I believe, is Goblin Sharpshooter.
Okay.
So Little Angel became the newest member of the team. Little Angel is the Goblin Lackey.
Nice.
Yeah, they gave them all like official names, and I don't remember all of them, but yeah. Okay, so we're dredging loam. We got Crop Rot. Is it Dark Depths Thespian Stage?
Dark Depths Thespian Stage with a beautiful signed Chris Rush Forest.
Yeah, I've got one of those. It's a different art. Mm-hmm. But I played Bug for a little while. You played one forest?
Yeah. Is it tree? Do you have the tree or is it the path?
I think it's the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought it off a buddy. He cut me a really good deal on it.
Yeah.
Basically just gave it to me for the price he paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the only 2 Chris Rush things I have signed. I have that, and my favorite card is All Hallows Eve.
Yes.
So I got one of the signed playmats. I'd never get to meet him, but
I met him one time. It was in Cincinnati, and it was awesome. I got all my cards signed. I had the collector's edition Black Lotus signed by him. And,
you still have it?
No, I did not. I sold it. When all the collector's edition prices went crazy, I was like, I'm using these as proxies. I'm gonna just go ahead and get new proxies and sell these cards as I do not need.
Yeah, no, that's completely reasonable.
Yeah.
So what do you think we're matroning for here?
I don't know what we would be looking for.
I mean, we can't get Magus.
No.
I guess we could like
it's hard to tell. I don't think this is combo.
Goblin Settler. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you familiar with Goblin Settler?
I know it is the one that destroys the land, correct?
Yeah, when it ETBs, it destroys the land.
Yeah.
It's either ETBs or dies. I think it's ETBs though.
It's kind of like Avalanche Riders.
Yeah.
Without the echo.
But it was one of the most expensive goblins because it had the single like starter print.
Yes.
And then they put it in a secret lair.
Finally, yeah. That starter deck one, I think it was like $40 or $50 at one point.
It was one of the most expensive goblins I'd ever seen.
Yeah. Goblin Settler, I don't know how much help it would really do here with the loams already working.
It'd get rid of the Maze of Ith.
For a turn.
Yeah, and if this is Food Chain Goblins, they're probably not running the Wasteland package to get rid of the thing. The key is you just need to connect with Lackey once, and then you put in your Muxus, and you win.
That's true. That That's all you need to do, and they don't have a blocker right now, but they do have that maze.
No, but they have an Urza Saga in hand, so they'll have a blocker soon enough.
That's true.
What's your opinion on Urza Saga? I love the card.
Card's very good. It's very well rounded. It seems really strong at times, but then also very lacking during others. You can the fact that it's an enchantment makes it a little bit weaker. Only because you have those Force of Vigors that you can just 2-for-1 a lot of their lands, especially if 8-cast. I'm sure you've had that happen a few times.
That one, Serenity blowing up your land,
yes,
is huge.
Yep.
Yeah. When they cast Serenity, you don't have a counter spell for it, and you're sitting there, you're like, I'm literally going to lose all my permanents.
Oh, yeah, that is. So it's definitely a little bit more balanced than it seems, but it's still a very unfair card.
Mm-hmm. Maze the Lackey. Now we got a Trash Master on board. Trash Master can start wrecking these Moxen, especially if we can get.
Yeah.
Now, controversial thing here. Okay. Do you say Moxen or Moxes?
Depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
I'll say it both ways.
I know Dan Bach out there, former owner of like Power 9 Games.
Yes. Right.
He's a big advocate for Moxes. If you ever call it Moxen around him, he loses it.
I can see. I think Moxen is probably the more correct way to say it.
Yeah.
Because if you kind of think of it logically, you have your Oxen, and then your Ox, which is Mox and Ox.
Yeah.
Are
they Mox Diamonds or OG Moxen? Those are OG Mox Diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moxen Diamonds.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's a really good question. I think it depends on if you're referring to them by the Mox part or if you're referring to them as by the full name. Because, if I've got, I'm always going to say Mox Opals.
Right.
Like multiple. But, if I have, I would group my Moxen in, if I'm playing PO and Vintage. I'm running the full suite of Moxen, and that includes, the Mox Opals. So,
right.
That's the dividing line. Okay, and I think are we just gonna see Urza's Saga token blocking the Lackey this time? And if so, I'm guessing we're sacking the Lackey to blow up the Saga, or blow up the token.
That would...
Whatever it's blocking...
It's going to, yeah.
Yeah. And I think Trash Master's naturally a 3/3, so... Trash Master would trade here.
He's a 3/3 as well.
Kind of surprised to see this attack. I assume Cody has some kind of plan here. Or it's just Cody's feeling so pressured by that Maze of It that...
Okay. Maze took care of Trash Master.
Yeah. I bet we're going to sack the Lackey to destroy the Construct token. Matron's going to connect for 2.
Okay.
There's a Wasteland.
Wasteland.
Interesting to not play that before combat.
Yeah.
I guess you don't know if you want to destroy the Urza Saga or if you want to destroy the Mazavith.
Correct. And then Ringleader here is going to hit 3 out of 4.
Okay. I mean, I'll pay 4 mana for a 2/2 body that draws me 3 cards all day long.
That's right. Some people have to pay 1 blue for that.
Yeah, suckers. They don't even get a 2/2 with it.
I know, no bodies.
All right, so we've Wastelanded. Thespian Stage, interesting. Okay, afraid of putting the Thespian Stage where you do the trick to permanently keep it on.
Yes, yeah, to be able to keep it at the 2 to make it a forest.
Wasteland just feels like such a futile effort here with Life from the Loam in the graveyard, though.
Yeah, he's really gaining a lot of advantage with those lands coming back. But right now he doesn't have an Explorer, so he's 1 land a turn too as well. So
it looks like we're still in upkeep, probably deciding what we want to do with the Urza Saga after we draw, because we know at that point it's going to trigger.
Yes.
Oh no, we're in draw step. We're deciding if we wanted to dredge or not.
Okay.
Looks like we hit Saga. There's the Exploration. Taiga. Interesting note, almost every match we've had on camera, people have not had matching cards because you can see that's a showcase saga and a regular one.
That is very true.
Just always interesting, but I mean, that's one of the things I love about Magic is you can customize your deck however you want to.
Yes, I have a fully white-bordered burn deck.
Did you whiteboarder all the cards yourself?
I did, yes.
Paint or like a pencil eraser?
Eraser.
Okay.
Yeah. It was when we were locked down. I had nothing to do, so I just.
No, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
One of my partners used to do altars.
Yep. Yeah. Altars are really nice.
I don't know. Yeah, she was pretty well known. She's got a lot of altars all around the legacy and vintage community here. But one of my favorites, and I still use it in my CEDH deck to this day, is a Force of Will that she put Wolverine, the Horseman of Death on.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she did a lot of very flavorful. There's a local named David Nixon who got a demonic tutor, and it's perfect right now because it's got Sauron like holding up the One Ring.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, all the a lot of the Lord of the Ring altars are starting to like seep through, and you're starting to see people post them more and more because they're like, oh yeah, Lord of the Rings is coming to Magic again, and
Yeah.
now all they need to do is a Star Wars set.
All right. So, well, we got Doctor Who coming up. I could see that happening if Wizards wants to pay out to
Disney.
Disney, yeah.
Yeah.
If they do that, though, they should just get the rights for everything Disney owns.
Yeah.
Will Lorcan a crossover win? Pithing Needle notably probably naming Goblin Trashmaster here.
Yes. I don't know what else I would choose.
Yeah, I mean, normally I'd say like Wasteland, but probably not Wasteland.
Yeah, that Trashmaster is going to do work if it's just left unchecked.
Yeah, so so we're in an interesting predicament here where, also interesting to note, not making a token before.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Or maybe we did make a token before and we just didn't notice. And then that's where the matron was sacked in response to the search because knowing to get Pithing Needle, because we saw Pithing Needle game 1. So the players could. I'm not sure these players' records going into this, but I'm assuming they've both been probably on their decks for a while. They know the ins and outs of them. That's the real key to being a really good player, in my opinion, is the versatility to play any deck, but the knowledge to play one deck really, really well. Like, you could be handed Reanimator and play it fine, but when you get your deck in your hands, you're just a force of nature.
Yes. Well, that's why I sleeved up Initiative initially, because I know it so well. I've just been playing it for so long. Although, I do really like Doomsday a lot, and I just want to get better with it before I would come to some sort of large event like this where every decision matters. Because Doomsday is one of those decks where you really want to be very, very comfortable with it. It rewards the people that know what they're doing with it, not all the ins and outs and options that you have.
You could not pay me enough money. Well, I mean, okay, I have my price, but you couldn't pay me a small amount of money to go to a tournament like this and play Doomsday. I do not want to think that much. I've seen more Doomsday players kill themselves. I got a vintage kill one time on a Doomsday player by Ancestral targeting them.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, so we got a Muxus on board, found Pashlik Mons, found Goblin Matron, and found Ringleader. Looks like we're stacking triggers. Another Muxus, Horde Master. Oh, I love that.
I like the Changeling.
Yeah, that's Masked Vandal.
Yes.
So it'll exile a creature on ETB, and if it does, exile target artifact or enchantment.
It's a very good card. It's a very good. I'm sure it's sideboard, but that's definitely one of the best ways to search for a goblin to kill something.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that's probably going to be the main reason why we saw the Taiga in game 1 or game 2.
Yeah.
So we have, so Muxus drew 3, and then Ringleader drew 4. And then Matron's going to effectively replace it, or draw a card here because it came in off the top of the library. How much mana would you pay to draw 8 cards?
Wow.
Would you pay 6 mana and get a body?
You know, that seems like a steal.
Yeah, Wizards, please power down these creatures. 6 mana draw 8 is just, it's too much.
Yeah. Now we have this Prospector in play, so it looks like he can put anything into play he wants.
Yeah, my big question is, are we going to be able to do the Prospector, the thing we saw last round? Are we going to be able to go crazy with prospecting your Goblins to your opponent's face?
Yeah, I mean, it always seems like an option.
Because we have 2 Horde Masters in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can find if we can sack like Matron and Ringleader here, play a Horde Master, I think we can start going crazy, especially if we can get one of those second Horde Masters. Now, we haven't gone to combat yet, have we?
We have not gone to combat, so we can just attack.
Yeah.
But there is a active
Maze of Ith. Yeah. So it looks like we're sacking here to get a red mana, pinging, sacking here to get a red mana, pinging. We're going to play the Horde Master to give all our creatures +1/+1. Unless there's a... Oh, I wonder if there's a War Chief to give them all haste, and we're just trying to figure out what we're sacking to... Okay, sacking Muxus. Are we just going to...
Muxus doesn't do a lot with the Maze of Ith in play.
That's true. And there is a War Chief in hand.
Yeah, so the War Chief does get everything cheaper.
Yeah.
And I believe I saw the... No, I can't make it out.
Sagan Trash Master because it's not doing anything. Probably gonna play a Horde Master here. Nope, War Marshal.
War Marshal, yeah.
Right, because War Marshal's gonna
net a lot of mana there.
Yeah. And in the meantime, we're just doing a ton of incidental damage to the opponent.
Right, and now all the Goblins have haste, and you can continue to attack it.
And we know we have 2 Horde Masters here. Goblins showing real strong on camera today.
They are. It's definitely a resilient deck. The Muxus gave it a lot of reach.
Okay, sack again. So we have 2 Horde Masters. So all Goblins are getting +2/+2, except themselves. They're getting +1/+1. And we hit 2 lands off the Horde Master. That's not what we want to see. Do we have another War Marshal in hand? We have another Skirk Prospector, which is fine. Okay, now we're just going to combat. Engage in the fighties.
There we go. Yeah, he's at 9 there.
Yeah, that's the scoop.
Yep.
And we have
Goblins for the win again.
Goblins 2-0 on these streams. This is crazy, folks. This is not what I was expecting when we started this. I was not expecting to have a back-to-back Goblins match where Goblins is winning, but I'm happy to see it. It's nice to know that Legacy isn't a blue dominant format.
Yes. It feels so bad. I know when I was sleeving up Red Initiative, anytime I was playing Initiative, it always felt really bad when I'm not playing blue in Legacy.
Yeah.
You get so many cards, and like, that is such a defining color for the format that, like, you just want to play those cards every time. And you don't have to. Like, you don't. Yeah. Lance doesn't play blue. Goblins obviously doesn't.
And Goblins was drawing more cards than your average blue deck there.
It was doing some work.
All right. Well, let's do another pack opening here. As, I'm impatient and wanna